Hello, welcome to the Apex Networks training for the RMS system. This is part of our online training program developed by Apex Networks to assist you in getting the very most from your software. This short video will cover the workshop. We recommend you play this video on a separate device from that you are setting your system up on. This will allow you to pause, rewind, and keep pace of your progress without having to switch screens. Your workshop job will look the same whether you have received it from a recovery job or if you have created it manually, and will mostly contain the same information. The job, whether it is recovery, parking, workshop or hire, are all divided into sections within the job. Best practice when viewing a new job for the first time, or if creating a new job from scratch, is to start in the top left corner of the screen. This is the job details section. Work towards the right. The same for the next two rows, finishing with invoice notes. By doing this as standard practice, you should not omit anything. Along the top of each job there is a black band which will show the workshop job number, its current status, and who created it. The reminder button is at the right, where you enter any job-specific reminders. To add a reminder, click on the reminder button, which will open a scheduled reminder list. This may be empty. To add a new reminder, click on the Add Reminder button on the bottom left corner, which will open your new reminder. Add some text in to prompt you or whoever picks up the reminder as to why you need this reminder. Then set your date and time, or use the preset minutes shown. You can click on these until they add up to the time you need. Tick the Remind Me Only box if you need the reminder just for you, otherwise the alert will show on all controllers' systems. Save, and that will set your reminder on the job. On the left-hand side of the job, you will see a vertical row of icons. At the top are active icons. You can see here that the only other active one, the one that is coloured, not greyed out, is recovery. This means that there is only a recovery job at present. Below this are the available icons shown in colour. By clicking on any of these icons, you can create a parking job, redelivery, or attach a hire car or courtesy car to the job. This will keep all details of the job together, and they can be invoiced together, separately, or even to different people or companies. At the bottom of this column is the Charges button. The first section is Job Details. Many of the details here will copy across from the recovery job if it's come from a recovery job, but all details can be edited if required. The first field is Job Type. This can be set to Internal Fleet for one of your own vehicles and will auto-populate most of the details. Standard job will be for everything else. Next is Status. This will follow the colour key on the top left of the workshop main screen. The account is who you are doing the job for and whose rates will be applied to the charges on this job. The magnifying glass will search for accounts, and the little white house will, when hovered over, give you account details, including contact information and any account-specific documents. The car icon gives you a search box for all vehicles associated with this account. Order number is next. This is a force field, so for ad hoc customers, you can enter a name or random number here. Below this can be used for pre-booking jobs into the system, or click on the clock for using real time. Job tags can be applied here too, along with a job description of work to be carried out. Next is Job Description. This is a free text box, but you can also use the plus sign for pre-loaded job descriptions. Then you have Status Description. This also appears on the main job screen for easy reference. Booked In shows that the vehicle is actually with you in the workshop, and Booked Out will show that the work has been completed. The vehicle is then ready to be collected. The next section is Vehicle Details. The first field is Class. This reflects what is on your rate card for this account and will only select the classes that you have applied to the rate card. Next is Registration Number, followed by Fleet Number, which is useful for trailers or bus and local authority customers who only use fleet numbers for reference. Next to Registration Number is a magnifying glass, which is used to search for any other jobs with this registration number. The little red car will search DVLA or Republic of Ireland Motor Registration Department for the full details of this vehicle. Please note that as commercial vehicles are sold primarily as a chassis cab, there may not be the full information as to body variant, i.e. tipper, box body or flatbed. Next is Make and Model, followed by VIN number. Then we have vehicle colour and its odometer or speedo reading. Following on is Engine Type. The Fuel Type drop-down has multiple selections to give a more accurate indication of the fuel used. This is to ensure that you can send the appropriately trained technician. After this is trans for transmission type. Next, enter width, length and height. Height is particularly relevant to vehicles such as motorhomes, which, although built on the same chassis, can vary massively in all dimensions. The weight of the vehicle, if displayed, will show as KSW, curbside weight, and GVW, gross vehicle weight. The curbside weight is what the vehicle should weigh when it has no passengers, is unloaded, and carrying an average amount of fuel. On the next row of boxes are scheduled reminders. Here you can set a reminder for your customer that the system will generate automatically by either SMS text, email, or post. Charges are next, and this is where we apply labour or parts to each job, or view any that have already been applied. To edit, either simply click on the blue icon at the right side. This will show each labour line, or part line already applied, depending on which you have clicked on. Then click on Add Labour to open a new labour line template. Here it will ask you for the category of work: service, repair, MOT, or inspection. Select this, and if it is an inspection, you will be asked to pick from your preloaded inspection templates. For any work, you can add detail in the description. Then you need to allocate this work to a technician, along with a date and the expected book time for the job, and check the pricing below for the job either in time or unit pricing. There is also a button here to purchase any selected labour work from a third party with a purchase order through the PO system. To add parts, click on the Add Part button. This will open the Add a Part window. Here, there is a part number field and description, quantity and price. If this is a part that you have in your stock system on RMS, it will ask which location that the part came from. That way, your stock levels are kept in check. In the Parts window, there is also a Purchase Selected button here to order the part through the PO system on RMS if you need to. Next is Billing Details. This can be the account, the owner, or a third party. Whichever account is selected defines which rates are charged for this job. There is a blue icon here to select from either the account details or owner details for billing, but this can also be manually added for another billing name and address. By clicking on the magnifying glass icon, you can do a postcode search. Invoice notes and advisory items can be added here, and anything put here will appear on the invoice. Finally, there is a row of buttons along the bottom. The first will allow you to duplicate a job. Next is Cancel, and this will turn to Uncancel in the event that you have cancelled in error. Hold will allow you to put a job on hold, and this button will turn to Unhold so that you can revert a job to live again. Print will create a PDF document that you can archive, email, or print. Attachments will let you view any attachments on this job and also add any that you wish, useful for images to support additional work if needed. Safety inspections will show here. You can email or print them and also search for previous safety inspections if they are stored in the RMS system for reference. History will give you a full chronology of the job from its creation, any changes, including date and time they were made, and by whom. There is also the usual job history facility to add notes manually here, indicated in bold text. Then there is Save and Close to close the job.